Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my freak show. Let's review episode 6 of AHS Double Feature. Now, allow me to give you a brief synopsis and my personal review. Spit or swallow, the choice is yours to watch this review. Chief Burleson is finally found. She is found by Whistling Pete, the boat, and this finally draws attention to the town. Dot Marie Jones cameos in this episode, y'all, as Trooper Remy, who, of course, a lot of us are going to recognize from AHS Cult. The town council has not one square of care to spare for anything or anyone but the town. So at this point, now that the police have started to dig their nose around, Holden goes to Belle, Austin, and the chemist and tells them to get rid of the trouble or else that the city is going to make a lot of trouble for them. So next, Harry finished another script and has decided to stop taking the pills. However, Elma doesn't want to. Harry tells her that she's lucky that he didn't ground her for life after what she did to Doris. Oh my God, poor Doris, y'all. Guys, I have to say that made me angry. Harry says to her that, she's lucky he didn't ground her for life for basically killing her mother, his wife, her baby brother's mother. Ground her? Bitch, she needs an ass whooping. Give this kid some boundaries, my bro. No wonder Alma turned out the way she did. No one disciplined that little devil. Harry realizes that someone broke into the house and finds Eli missing under Ursula's watch. But don't worry, y'all. Belle's the kidnapper, and she left a nice little note for them to let her know to come to her house before sunset or she'll kill the baby. What a sweet thing to do. Harry and Alma go to Belle's, and Ursula goes to the graveyard. Now, at the graveyard, Ursula gives this hilarious speech about, to the Pales, about being equivalent to Lawrence Fishburne, who turned down Pulp Fiction but ended up in the Matrix movies. That was just, that was hilarious stuff, I have to say. She says there's a new pill to cure them and that they should attack the creative people. So back at Belle's, Harry and Alma show up to see the chemist, and they see Austin and Belle in the house as well. And before Austin and Belle can kill Harry and Alma, the Pales burst into the house. Belle and Austin are quickly killed, and the chemist protects the baby from harm. Now, right when the Pales are going to eat Alma and Harry, Ursula shows up and goes all Liz Taylor on their pale asses. It was a little great scene. But notice, though, guys, that Doris is not among the dead Pales. I was looking for her hardcore, never found her. And seriously, the chemist said that about 9 out of 10 people who took the pill turn into a Pale. I counted about 6 Pales that died, not including Doris. So there were only 6 Pales taking over the city? Anyway, when it's over, Harry tells Alma that the 3 of them are going home back to their normal lives. And this is when Alma says, no, the 2 of us will. And then proceeds to show us her new teeth, which I assume Ursula took her to have done. I don't know. And bites into his flesh and drinks his blood. Now, while Alma is snacking on her dad, the chemist tells Ursula that the pills she gave her were from an old batch, and Ursula explains that must be why the Pales stayed away from her. But that doesn't make sense, because why didn't the Pales stay away from Karen in the previous episode when Mickey forced her to take the pill? It just doesn't make sense right there. I just think that was a convenient plot moment. So the women decide that they're all going to blame the murders, everything on Harry, and they skip P-Town to LA. The show skips to 3 months later. The pills are everywhere. The chemist is giving pills to bad cops as a way of giving back to the community, weeding out the bad ones. Alma is practicing, and Ursula is selling. Ursula is handing out pills to every prospective writer as a way to weed out the ones who make her money and who are drains on society. Alma kills the other person competing with her in the place for the symphony. It just wasn't necessary for that scene, but it was a great little scene to, see Alma and her hubris and just how much she really does think about herself. The young man mentions that if Alma does win over and get this spot in the symphony, it will turn the whole thing into a freak show. I absolutely loved the freak show reference, y'all. And sadly, that was it. That was the end of Alma's story. We didn't get anything else from her. So back to Ursula. We learn that her last name is Kahn. Kahn! She's lecturing at a screenwriting seminar where she's giving out the black pills to every attendee. She tells the attendees my favorite writing quote, which was said by Red Smith, but out of sheer irony, Ursula doesn't even know his name. Come on, Ursula, do your research. Otherwise, you get a bunch of wise-ass people being dicks in your comment section. Now, she lectures at the seminar and tells them that this pill is the key to greatness. So they all take it, and we get a full-blown apocalypse moments later. We see the chemist with baby Eli in the back seat, watching from the car as basically everybody is turning into pails. The chemist is now his mother and mentions that they're going to a new place and hopes that she can invent a pill to make them live forever. The episode closes with the chemist driving away and Ursula talking about the roads now running red with blood and metaphors. Being, great is so hard. Us untalented people just don't get it. We want a taste of delicious creativity, but we're simply too lazy to put in the work. Really quickly, guys, this is what Ursula is saying. She says that they focus on the fame and fortune rather than writing the damn novel. And those of us who write that damn novel are fucked up enough to push through that pain and failure and do what it takes to reach our full potential. And isn't that what all of us ultimately want, is to be told that we're talented? In the last line, Ursula says, "History will only remember a handful of us, but at least now we're leveling the playing field." So that line literally stuck with me because I think it's the key to our next 4 episodes. So expect definitely a new extravagant theory video because I just want to do something fun and hope that Death Valley will bring us something a little better than this finale. Okay, so the episode was fast, it was short, and left me with a lot more questions than answers. Such as, who the hell took Alma to get her teeth sharpened? Did Ursula take her to see Lark? And if so, how the hell did she know about Lark and to get her teeth filed? Did Lark file the Pale's teeth out of sympathy? Or maybe for some nefarious reasons? We were never told. Freaking Belle also demanded Karen get the baby for her in the last episode, but then when the baby is actually in Belle's hands, she doesn't drink its blood. She holds it hostage. What? Guys, I thought she'd make a slit into that kid, put a straw in it, and suck its blood like it was a Slurpee. And where was Karen's painting? And another thing, I got the impression that the chemist and Ursula were in together on getting the Pales to attack Belle and Austin. So how did that happen? When did Ursula go see the chemist again? And what the hell happened to Lark? And of course, there were only like 6 Pales in the town. I didn't see Doris during the attack. Where was she? And what the hell did Lime have to do with anything? A lot of you said that it was just a red herring, so absolutely, you guys are definitely right about that. And what the fuck did any of this have to do with the government, the pills, aliens, all that stuff? I definitely feel let down because we had more questions than answers in this episode, and it frustrated the hell out of me. And the fact that Doris didn't get her revenge really, truly irked me. I know we all wanted Alma to die. However, guys, we are grown adults wishing for a fictitious child to die horribly. What does that say about us as humans? I honestly feel so ashamed about myself, so I was actually a little happy that Alma lived because I'd feel like a monster if she died the way that, I was hoping she would. The fight scene at in the middle of the episode was way too short. I don't think the second half was necessary to the story unless it's being continued, which it's not. I honestly thought the entire episode would be about Harry trying to get his kid back and trying to flee the town, but that was finished halfway through the episode. I wanted Doris to get revenge. I wanted longer, more tense fight or flight moments, more tension, uneasiness, just everything that made this season so great. I want to wait until I watch the next 4 episodes to find out if the ending to Red Tide made better sense. Hopefully, we'll get the pill in these episodes. Angelica Ross is listed as one of the actors in Death Valley, so I'm praying that she reprises her role as the chemist and not in a new character. The finale to Red Tide disappointed me, not because my theories didn't come true or anything like that, but because it lacked the intensity, the characters, and the story that made it, the first 5 episodes so great. I guess when you kill off all of the redeemable characters in the previous episode, you make do with what you can. Now, that being said, yeah, I definitely enjoyed Ursula and Alma's characters in this episode, so there's that. I liked Ursula's quick wit and snarky attitude. And Alma was definitely great as an evil kid, and the apocalypse at the end of the episode made me think that we're getting a taste of how the world ends despite the Antichrist being dead. The apocalypse going to happen with or without him. No, I just don't know, y'all. Red Tide was fantastic if you take out the finale. Perhaps I'll change my mind once I see the rest of the season, like I did with Roanoke. At first, I thought the twist was predictable and not a surprise, so, I didn't really like it as much. But when I actually went back and watched the season many years later, I actually enjoyed the twist and the change that the second half took on. So fingers crossed that Death Valley makes up for Red Tide's finale. I'm so sorry, Doris. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for you too. I won't throw you away the way that Harry and Alma did. Don't throw her away either, guys. Hashtag justice for Doris. I do have to say that Harry was killed by Alma. Everything he did to protect his treasured daughter came back to bite him in the neck. That gave me pleasure. Now, so far, I give this episode a 6.5. What do you rate this episode? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Of course, weekly Wednesday live streams are every Wednesday on my channel, and if you're still hungry after this episode review, you can snack on my AHS Theory videos. There's plenty, or my novels on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, or in any major bookstore. And don't forget, guys, YouTube is liking my channel more thanks to you guys, so don't forget to click the like button. Subscribe if you want to. Till then, thank you all so much for watching, and beware of sexy scathach.
Beware of sexy scathach.